Bitcoin mining. Sounds kind of complicated, right? Maybe a little mysterious. But what if I told you it's actually something anyone can get their head around? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to break this whole thing down super simple. Okay, so think about regular money, dollar bills. We know where that comes from, right? A government or a central bank just prints it. Easy. But what about something like Bitcoin? There's no government, there's no printing press. It can't just pop into existence. So the big question is, where does it actually come from? And the answer is, well, it's pretty cool, actually. Bitcoin isn't made by some big single authority. Nope. New coins are created, or maybe a better word is unlocked, by a huge worldwide network of people and their powerful computers. And these people, we call them miners. So to really get what these miners are doing, let's use a simple analogy. I want you to picture the entire Bitcoin network as just one giant shared notebook, a notebook that anyone, anywhere in the world can look at. Now, the key thing about this notebook is that it's completely transparent. It's out in the open for everyone to see. Every single time someone sends or receives Bitcoin, it's like a new line gets written in the notebook for the whole world to see. Alice pays Bob 5 Bitcoin. Charlie sends David 1 Bitcoin. Every single transaction, and it's there forever. Okay, but wait a second. If this notebook is totally public and shared by millions of people, that brings up a huge question, right? How do you keep it honest? What stops someone from just writing in a fake transaction like, hey, everyone owes me 1 million Bitcoin, or trying to scribble out something they already paid? Well, that is where our miners come in. This notebook needs guardians. All right, so these guardians, these miners, they basically have a job with two really, really important parts. You can think of them as the essential workers of the Bitcoin world, the ones keeping the whole system running smoothly and, most importantly, securely. First up, their job is to be the auditor. They're like financial detectives. They look at all the new transactions and double-check everything to make sure it's legit. Is the money really there? Is anyone trying to cheat? Once they've confirmed a whole batch of transactions is good to go, their second job kicks in. They become the publisher. They get to add a brand new page of these verified transactions to our shared notebook. And in the crypto world, we call that page a block. So you see, this is absolutely crucial. Without the miners, the whole system just falls apart. It wouldn't work. They are the engine of trust in a system that doesn't have a central authority. Yeah, they process the transactions, but the big deal, the really big deal, is that their work is what keeps the entire network safe from cheaters. It's what makes it an honest system for everyone. Okay, so we've got thousands, maybe millions of these miners scattered all across the globe, and they're all capable of doing this job. So, who gets to be the one to actually add the next page to the notebook? How does the network choose? Well, it's not a committee meeting and it's not a vote. It's a flat-out competition. So if basically anyone can try to be an auditor, how do you decide who gets the final say? Who gets to be the publisher? The network has a pretty wild way of settling this. It throws out an incredibly difficult challenge for everyone to solve. What it does is hold a massive global competition that literally never stops. It's running 24/7, and about every 10 minutes, a new round begins, putting all the miners in a head-to-head race to be the first one to the finish line. This whole competition system has a name. It's called proof of work, and it basically works like this. First, all the miners grab the latest bunch of transactions. Then they fire up their super powerful computers to try and solve a ridiculously hard math puzzle. And we're not talking about a Sudoku puzzle here. It's more like trying to guess a specific grain of sand on a giant beach. It's a brute force guessing game for machines. The very first miner whose computer screams, "I got it," wins. And the prize for winning? They get the exclusive right to add that next page of transactions to our notebook. Now you're probably thinking, whoa, hold on. That sounds like a ton of work. And it is. Why on earth would anyone use all that computing power, spend a fortune on electricity just to be an auditor and a publisher for this network? Well, as you can imagine, the motivation is pretty powerful. You see, winning this global race isn't just for bragging rights. Oh no. It comes with a very real, very significant, and, let's be honest, very valuable reward. Right now, the winner gets awarded a prize of 6.25 Bitcoin. And that, right there, is the answer to our big question from the beginning. This is where new Bitcoin comes from. This reward isn't just existing money changing hands. It's the creation of brand new, shiny digital money generated by the network and paid out to the miner for all that hard work they did to keep everything secure. So let's do a quick recap. What do Bitcoin miners do? They're the backbone of the whole thing. They verify all the transactions, they secure the network, and keep it honest. They compete in this massive global puzzle-solving race. And maybe most importantly, their reward for winning that race is how every single new Bitcoin is born. And that really leaves us with a huge final question to think about, doesn't it? This whole system, it isn't run by a bank or a government. It's run by a decentralized network of competitors from all over the world. So, if anyone with a powerful enough computer can take part in creating and securing a global currency, what does that really mean for the future of money as we know it?